Hey guys, it's Ep12 and welcome back to episode 12 of my Leeds United career. Now in today's episode we've got some games to go through, obviously also going to be hopefully trying to finish off the January transfer window. We'll have to wait and see how we get on. First game's going to be against Ipswich, the next match after that's obviously going to be a huge game against Millwall for us to play, then a match against Hull City to finish off today's episode. Not expecting any transfers to be made as in bringing in players. We might be getting rid of maybe a couple of players that aren't necessary, or might be sending players out loan or whatever, but I can't see there being any massive moves for us to make now in the transfer window. We've obviously brought in I think 4 players on pre-contract agreements. They join us next season, which I'm looking forward to, assuming that we get into the Premier League. We're currently on 60 points, in front of Sheffield Wednesday by 11 points, so in a really good position to hopefully try and remain in the automatic positions and try and win this division. So we'll have to wait to see come the end of the season, but today's episode, first game against Ipswich. But before we get into today's episode, if we could try and hit 75 likes on today's episode, I'd really appreciate it. Also, if you're new to the channel or if you haven't subscribed yet, please go ahead, hit that subscribe button as well down below, and that'd be absolutely fantastic. Let's crack on with today's episode. This is the team we're going to go with. Rivas starts in goal, Ayling, Janssen, Flint, Berardi in defence. In front of that, Anita, Vieira, Hernandez, Sayas, Alioski, and then Lazoga there starting up front for us. Obviously currently in really good form, hopefully going to push on and continue that with this game against Ipswich. It could be a tough match, we'll have to wait and see. We are going to go with the black kits and see whether we can get ourselves a good victory here against Ipswich. Okay, then here we go for this game against Ipswich. Let's see how we get on. Let's kick off this match and hopefully start this game pretty strongly. Alioski already running through and tried to play Lazoga through there, but got intercepted. It was a good start though. Sayas turning his man, going to shoot as well. Good save by the goalkeeper. He's going to go out for a corner here. Good opportunity inside the first 5 minutes. Going to play some shorts and see whether we can get a better angle in for this delivery. Pablo Hernandez. Oh, the ball in. So close. Ayling on the edge of the box. Now going to play to Anita to shoot from range, and actually not that far away, but just a little bit wide. Luke Ayling on the overlap, trying to get round the full-back here. Struggling for a bit of pace, but it's a really good turn inside. It's now across his left foot, back post. Oh, good save by the goalkeeper. Fantastic header, though, by Sayas, but it was saved. Really good bit of play from Luke Ayling, actually, to lose his man like that. Now going to continue the attack, hopefully. Play it into Alioski on his left foot to shoot, gets blocked. Falling to Sayas now to shoot, and that was a wild swing at it. And it's going out for a goal kick, I think. Sayas turning his man really well. Now on his left foot to shoot. Oh, it's just wide again. Unable to get enough bend on that one. It's a really good opportunity there. It's a great position in the box, or just on the edge of the box to be shooting from, but not quite good enough in the end. Lazoga through to Alioski. Great chance. It has to be a goal, though. It's at the goalkeeper. Sayas will hit it on the volley. It has to be a corner there, but oh, Alioski should do better with that finish. Really good opportunity. We've had quite a few chances here against Ipswich. Not managed to take one yet, surprisingly. We have had far too many, really, and still not scored. 5 shots just from Sayas as well. It's an incredible amount of shots in the opening 30 minutes. Still remains 0-0. Like I said before, though, Alioski should have scored the opportunity. Yes, well played, Lazoga. On to Alioski. It has to be a goal this time, and it is. Oh, really, really happy with that on the stroke of half-time. Alioski with a brilliant finish, but it's Lazoga that gets us it there. It's the fact that he's in that position. It's not someone like Alioski or Sayas or Hernandez, they're a little bit smaller. It's the fact that it's Lazoga that's pulled over to the right-hand side a little bit, and therefore he's able to win the header really easily. Hits it over to Alioski, who's in loads of space, completely free, and it's really good finishes there. Look at this, just wins the header in front of the defender. None of the other players will be able to do that, but it's Lazoga so he can, and he smashes it home there, does Alioski, and makes up for the missed opportunity earlier on, but now in front on the 45th minute, winning the game 1-0. And that's it for the first half, so scoring just literally before the half-time whistle was blown. Really happy with that. Obviously, I think certain players have underperformed a little bit in the first half. We've not been clinical enough as well. We've had plenty of chances, but should be winning the game by at least 2 goals, I'd say, at the moment. Got ourselves the goal, though. We're happy about that, but got to try and push on now. Oh, ball through. Really good chance for Ipswich early on. Can't believe that. Straight from kick-off, they scored inside the first 2 minutes. Unbelievable. Couldn't get close to enough to them. They pulled us apart, opened us up, and they've scored. As quickly as that, our lead has just gone. Okay, so we're going to make a change or 2 now. We're going to bring on Roof and Sacco. We're going to take off Pablo Hernandez and Sayas. Those guys coming off. Pablo Hernandez particularly has had a poor game, but we are going to make that change. About 25 minutes left of this game. We've got to try and do something to improve us a little bit, give us a bit more pace, try and break them down through Sacco. Roof's obviously looked very good when he's came on at centre attacking mid before, so we'll see how that goes. Alioski remains on and plays as a left centre attacking mid, so we'll see how that goes now for the final 25 minutes. Obviously trying to find a way to get ourselves back in front. Oh, really poor pass. Allows Sacco to capitalise on it. Now needs to get some support in the middle. We should have Lazoga arriving in there at some point. Will he be able to pick him out, though? Oh, it's right into the corridor of uncertainty, but the keeper wins it. Roof through to Lazoga. That's much better. Lazoga trying to get in front of his man and shoot. It gets blocked out for a corner. We're not looking likely to get a goal here, to be honest. 12 minutes left. Not seeing too many signs of another chance. Alioski to deliver. Pontus Jansson maybe connects with it, but not enough behind it. Final changes, I got off Trubisky on. I don't even know that we'll have enough time to make the change, to be honest, but we're going to do it anyway, see what happens, and hopefully Trubisky can make some sort of difference. Lozogga has struggled at times, but a little bit of lack of pace has been the main issue, because we've been getting these sort of situations where he's been able to run through and obviously doesn't have the pace to get through. But yeah, still about 5 minutes for Trubisky to try and do something. Hopefully he can, but he's literally going to have 1, maybe even 2 chances. That's about it, really. Or maybe not. Anita onto Trubisky. He's kept himself on side here. He's going to try and get round his man and shoot, and gets intercepted. Still has it, though, through Roof. Looking to try and create something. Back into Trubisky. It's a bit intricate, really, for my liking, but back into Roof and cleared. How has he managed to defend that? Get it forward again. Maybe another final attack. Really running out of time here. Got it forward really well, though. Trubisky still for the pass, and again intercepted. That's it. Yep. Drawn the game 1-1, frustrating. Didn't look ourselves in that game at all. Sort of poor performances from a lot of players. 13 shots, 6 on target. Makes it seem like we had good chances. There weren't really that many clear-cut ones. First half, the game should have been over, really, but second half wasn't good enough. They had 1 shot on target and scored. And yeah, frustrating game for us. Should have done much better. On some play drills this week. We're going to change things up a little bit. Trubisky comes in. We'll take out Grotz. He had 2 drills. Trubisky comes in with 2 drills himself. Hopefully going to start to train up over the next few weeks. Vieira goes up on 1 stat, as does Phillips. And I think Vieira might have gone up on a couple of stats maybe. He's done pretty well this week anyway. And he gets a little bit closer to the next overall. Scout reports come back on a couple of players that we're signing on pre-contract agreements. Cisanetti here, one of the players, 76 overall, £9.5 million value. Looks a really good player. Looking forward to getting him next season. Pizarro, another player that I think we brought in the end. Yeah, he has come in, £9 million he's worth. Again, looks a really good player, very fast, and will definitely help us out midfield. Okay, some emails we've got in here. Nottingham Forest putting a bid for Liam Cooper, £2.3 million. No interest in getting rid of him. I think he's sort of the perfect fit as a bench player at the moment for us. We're just going to reject it outright. No interest in getting rid of him, especially not to a team like Nottingham Forest. We've got a little bit of prize money coming in here as well. Nothing too major for us to take a look at. Let's move on to the next game now against Millwall. Obviously a huge match for us. Let's change around the team and see the side that we'll put out. Okay, so onto the game against Millwall. 1 change to the team, exactly the same other than the fact that Hernandez gets dropped to the bench. Roof comes on and plays the left mid for us. I was impressed by his performance actually when he came on in the last game. Kept on dropping in deep, picking up the ball and then running forward, which is what I like to see. So he's going to do that from the left-hand side this time round. The rest of the team stays the same, including the bench as well. Let's crack on with this game and hopefully get ourselves a better result in this game. We might actually have Hull City in the match after this. I think it's been changed to a cup game against Brighton, so that should be an interesting one for us. But first of all, this home match to play in the league against Millwall. Okay, let's crack on with this game against Millwall, see how we get on. Obviously, got to get ourselves 3 points. It's a game against one of our rivals, and it's a match that you always have to try and win. So let's wait and see whether that 1 change of bringing in Roof is going to improve the performance from the last game, which obviously, like I said before, wasn't good enough. First half was okay, but didn't take our chances. Lozogga here looking to start strong. Back into the middle. Sayas scores, and we'll take it. No, we won't, because it's offside. That's frustrating. Good start, though. Sayas coming inside to shoot. Oh, it was on target, I think, as well. Had to be saved by the keeper. Might have even been hitting the post, but it was certainly a good opportunity. Got ourselves a corner here. Sayas again to deliver the corner into the front post. Janssen, I think, with the header, or maybe even Luke Haley. It was difficult to tell. Whoever it was at the front post, it had to be saved. And we'll try again, hopefully with a similar sort of result, except maybe score this time. And again, causing issues with that ball into the box. And can't keep the attack alive. Anita playing it through to Lozogga. That's good. Lozogga looking back to Anita if possible. Anita tried to shoot, but that's probably a pass on there, to be honest. Didn't think it was going to open up, but it did in the end, and would have been the better pass, I think. At the moment, this game feels a lot like the Ipswich match, which is a little bit frustrating because it's very much the same. We're not getting close enough to the goal to create any clear-cut chances. No, good chance. Should do better as well, Millwall there. I think it might be Morrison, a former Leeds player, with the opportunity to score. Doesn't do anything with it. Ball goes into the box. Got to try and clear, and we've got to win that. That's Flint, wasn't it, Mark? He's 6'6". Lozogga comes inside. That's better. Lozogga now to shoot. It has to be. No, it's not again. Oh, wide of the post. I thought that might have been it, but still unable to get it on target. It actually gets a deflection, which I didn't see first time. Sayers to deliver. Roof's in there this time. Connects it again, but goalkeeper saves again. Sayers. Oh, and Alioski. Could this be a chance? Alioski getting fouled there, and oh god, this is so bad. Maybe an option to pass it across again. Just didn't quite manage to change my mind. I didn't know whether Vieira was going to be able to put that in, whether he was offside or whatever. But it's a really good opportunity again for us, and we're just not quite taking it on the stroke of half time here. Oh, so frustrating. Still remains 0-0. Let's move on to the second half. Got to be a bit more patient, I think, with the build-up play. At the moment, it's getting very frustrating. 12 shots, 9 on target, and I can't think of that many, which were good chances. Yeah, very frustrating. Lozogga Now to Sayers. Chance now to pick out Lazogga again. Oh, off the post. So good from kick-off. Who kept hold of the ball, but again, just so unlucky with the final finish. Vieira now from range, going to hit this one out of a little bit of frustration, to be honest, but that's not too far away. But I need it to be the back of the net. Wide isn't good enough. Oh, what a pass. What a pass. That's unbelievable. All comes from Berardi rushing out at left back to try and close down one of their players, and it just leaves a huge gap, which, to be fair to Wallace, he just exploits so well, and so do Millwall as a team, to be honest. They play that brilliant ball through, and they're open, and they're just through at that point to go and score. Just look at this. Just painful to watch. Painful to watch. Splits open out of the fence, and we're losing the game 1-0 against Millwall. First change to the Lazogga off. Trubisky going to come on, plays our striker. We'll see how that goes. Just over 30 minutes to go now. We're going to make a change. We're going to try and impact this game a little bit. I don't know whether it's necessarily Lazogga's fault, but certainly that he's just not quite. It's not quite worked out for him in this game. I don't really know how much I can put a blame on him, to be honest. But we're just going to make that change. Go a little bit different, so the striker up front. Final two changes: Gomez and Sacco to come on. We're going to take off Roof and Alioski. I think it tells you something a little bit when I'm bringing on players like Gomez to try and have some sort of impact in the final 12 minutes. Yeah, we're struggling a little bit. I think Gomez has played well when he's come on, so hopefully that can be the case when he comes on now for the like I say, the final 12 minutes or so. Trubisky coming inside. Going to have to shoot. Oh, it's not bad, but it's a little bit too close to the goalkeeper. Let's get the ball into the box now. Sayers to deliver. Come on, Ayling at the front post, connects with it and scores. We've got ourselves an equaliser. Luke Ayling, go pick up the ball and let's get going. 8 minutes left, got ourselves level here against Millwall. Really, really good connection actually. Fantastic run at the front post, just gets away from his man. Great delivery, fantastic connection. Finally someone connects it properly off the bar and in. And it's an equaliser, there we go. Much better. Let's see whether we can get ourselves a goal to win now. Sacco through to Trubisky. This could be a chance. Trubisky on his left foot to shoot. Go on. He scored it as well. It's a second goal with 5 minutes left. It's virtually from kick-off. Trubisky has done it, and we've got ourselves in front for the first time during this game. Really happy with that one. Just look at the way. I think it's, can't tell if it's Sacco or Gomez. I'm pretty sure it might be Sacco. He just comes in for the right-hand side and just plays it through to Trubisky, smashes it in. And is it off the bar again, or is it the post this time? I think it's off the bar. It is. Again off the bar. Similar sort of place to Luke Ayling, to be honest, and it's a fantastic finish. Puts it in front for the first time, and those changes have made a huge difference. Sacco and Trubisky there involved heavily, and I'm really happy with that. Just a couple of minutes after we got the first, we got ourselves a second. Now we've got to make sure that we don't lose it. It's got to be it now, ref. 3 minutes added on. Just got to keep hold of the ball for the final 3 minutes. Blow your whistle whenever you want. Preferably now. There we go. 3 points for us, 2-1 victory. Really happy with it. Of course, very tough one for us, and again, not at our best. But the final 5 minutes was good enough from those players that came on to manage to steal the victory. 18 shots, 10 on target. Those stats make it look like we absolutely dominated. Most of the shots in reality weren't good enough, weren't clear-cut ones, so I don't think you should read too much into that. Millwall themselves had 11 shots, which is much more than we usually see. 3 on target though, and scored one of those. Obviously got ourselves 3 points, and very happy with the victory. But still a lot to improve. I think our form's massively dipped so far in today's episode. Got to try and pick that up, I think, in the final game. But before the final game, some more play drills to get through. Let's see how we get on this week. Hopefully get ourselves a bit more progress. Didn't look like we were going to get that much, to be honest, but a good week, good progress, but no change in stats. Just a lot of those bars go up, in particular for Trubisky. Vieira gets very close to 77 overall, which is not too bad. Another player that signed up for next season is a guy called Juncker, I think is how you pronounce his name, Spanish left back, and he's 75 overall. Again, pace-wise looks pretty good, very happy with him, and obviously with Borthwick Jackson leaving us, we do need to bring another left back, and he's going to be the guy fighting with Berardi to play in that position, and we'll have to wait and see what happens. Hopefully he's going to be good in game. That's the most important thing for me, rather than just stats. And this is something I've been scouting as well. Another potential one for us. He's obviously again got 6 months left on his contract. We could sign him for a free to join us next season. He's got quite a small wage, but his value is £12 million, 78 overall. Again, very, very fast, isn't he? He looks fantastic, actually. Stamina-wise, looks pretty good. Long pass, short pass looks decent. I think that's very important for any midfielder. So yeah, looks like he could be quite an impressive player for us. Whether he signed up, I'm not really too sure. He's Uruguayan. He's from, was it Genoa, I think, in the Italian division. So he could be an interesting player. Might look at him. Yeah, I think we'll delegate to sign. We won't bother doing it ourselves. So we'll start the offer at, maybe we go, I don't want to go lower, so we'll just start it at that and don't really go any higher than, certainly no higher than 30 grand. We'll go with that, see what comes back and what's agreed by the board. Because the thing is, what I'm trying to do right now is build a Premier League team. At the moment, our team isn't a Premier League side, so I'm bringing in loads of players for the new season. Of course, that'll mean that the team kind of changed a little bit. For now, I've kept it quite realistic, but I think if we want to remain in the Premier League and challenge in the Premier League, then we are going to have to bring in quite a few new players. So brought in 4 so far on frees, hopefully to add a 5th very shortly as well. You see Mandzukic just signed for Tottenham. That's an interesting signing, isn't it? I wasn't really expecting that one to happen, but we'll crack on with this game now against Brighton. It's going to be a cup match. Might make a few changes. We'll have to wait and see. Hull City in a few days' time is probably our priority, but saying that we are in a good position still in the league, so maybe we focus on the FA Cup a little bit here. Okay, this is the team that we're going to go with. Quite a few changes, but still a strong team, I think. Lonergan starting in goal, Pennington, Shaughnessy, Cooper and Borthwick Jackson in defence, Phillips, O'Kane, Sacco, Hernandez and Gomez in midfield, Trubisky starts up front, Anita Railing, Click, Roof, Dallas, Ekiban and Grot all on the bench for us. Different options. Obviously lots of bigger names missing out, so we can kind of manage our sort of focus on both games against obviously Hull City in about 3 days' time, which is going to be a tough match, as well as this one which we want to try and win and get through into the next round of the FA Cup. So we'll see how we get on. Hopefully beat Brighton. It's going to be a tough game. Obviously they've got some good players now that are in the Premier League, and let's wait and find out how we get on. Okay, then here we go for this game to finish off today's episode against Brighton in the Cup. Let's wait and find out how we get on with this heavily changed team. Obviously, I still think it's good enough. Otherwise, I'll probably want to put the side out. I don't want to go out the FA Cup. I want to try and remain in it, but has been heavily changed, particularly in defence. But I still think I've been impressed by a lot of their performances. And maybe their stats aren't great, but in terms of in-game performances, a lot of them have actually played pretty well when they come into the side. So hopefully that can happen in this game. Going to hopefully try and get Sacco a few more goals as well. He's not scored in a few matches, although he has had sort of limited game time. Oh, what a chance. Pulled back and skied. Wow, we should do so much better than that. Really good opportunity. And it just puts it over the bar. Good opportunity there for Brighton inside the first 10 minutes. Not the greatest challenge there. Goes through 2 of them. Is it going to be 2 injuries as well? But we'll have to wait and see. We'll see what the referee's going to give here. Just a yellow card for Calvin Phillips there. Not one of the better challenges I've made, but an enjoyable one. Half-time 0-0, kind of a theme running through today's episode a little bit of where we just aren't playing particularly well. We're not scoring enough goals, not creating enough clear-cut chances. And that's kind of ran through all 3 games, to be honest, that we've had in today's episode. We obviously came away with the victory against Millwall. Hopefully we can nick one here, but it's not looking like a good performance again for us. Just not looking at ourselves at all in this first half, and I don't think it's anything to do with the team selection. I think it's purely to do with just our form at the moment. It's dipped a little bit. I can really feel the difference in form, particularly in today's episode. Ball goes through here to Trubisky, but he's been sent out wide, coming back inside. Oh no, I see a few things like that, just poor decision making. First change comes really early on. A little bit worried about Calvin Phillips. I think he's probably on his final warning now before he gets sent off. So Click's going to come on, plays a holding midfielder. Calvin Phillips will be taken off only 5 minutes into the second half. Great opportunity for Brighton, or just managed to get in front of him there. Pennington did a great job. It's just allowed them through too easy again and passed themselves through. And at the moment we're just struggling to sort of create as we usually do. Doesn't look like the same team at all in this episode. Oh, a little bit of luck here. Pablo Hernandez going to try and bring it forward. Trubisky hasn't made the right run, so Hernandez will go himself, and it's not in the corner. It's too near the keeper. Trubisky. Oh, he's not done too badly there on the turn. One of our better opportunities of the game, saved by the goalkeeper. Let's make some changes ourselves. Dallas and Roof to come on. We'll take off Gomez and Hernandez. It's basically just straight changes there. Roof will go down the middle. See how that goes, and about 25 minutes left. Got to try and find ourselves a goal here. Trubisky, is it going to be to deliver the corner? No, it'll be Roof to deliver it in. Can he pick anybody out though? Cooper's in the middle, looks to connect with it, but actually was beaten to it. Oh, go on. Player was down. O'Kane's still onside. O'Kane across the middle. Oh, a little bit bad sportsmanship maybe that we continue playing whilst there's a player down, but he was playing us onside, so I thought I'd take advantage of it. Sadly, it came to nothing though. Even still, they had a player playing us all onside and another man down. We couldn't do anything with it. 20 minutes left, and it's just Cooper that's flattened in there. Roof weaving in and out, trying to use his extra yard of pace and his fresh legs to get through, and he will, but he can't get the ball past the goalkeeper. In fact, he's won it back, and that's pretty much summing up our luck there. Just a few little things gone against us here. 15 minutes left, and yeah, accidentally passed the ball rather than keeping hold of it and turning and scoring. Final couple of minutes left of this game. Trubisky's still trying to run past his man and can't again. It's just going to end up in a 0-0, I think. Yep, finishes 0-0. Don't know whether it goes into extra time now, whether it's another leg. I'm not really too sure how they do it in the FA Cup. It seems like it's going to be another leg. A bit disappointed with that, to be honest. Wanted, obviously, to finish just in this fixture we have enough fixtures to play, but seems like we'll have to go to another leg against Brighton. And so disappointing results really, and disappointing performances in today's episode. It's our first sort of proper blip in form, I'd say, that we've had so far in this scrum. We've had a pretty good run most of the time, obviously in fantastic position in the league still, 64 points, that's 13 in front of Sheffield Wednesday, so despite our poor form, we've still actually extended our lead by 2 points, I think, in today's episode, so we've done really well in that sense, and the other teams below us aren't seeming to do particularly well themselves. So yeah, we've managed to take advantage of that, and even though we've not played well, we've managed to get ourselves further in front, which is good. We need to improve our performances next episode. We've got some player drills to do before we end today's episode here. Could have some progress this week. Let's wait and find out if Trubisky will do that. No, not particularly. The error does go up though to 77 overall, and it will have to be another couple of weeks, I think, until anybody else goes up. And so that is it for today's episode. Thank you all so much for watching. If we could try and hit 75 likes on today's episode, I'd really appreciate it. Also, if you're new to the channel or if you haven't subscribed yet, please go ahead, hit the subscribe as well down below, and that'd be absolutely fantastic. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.